Before you spend your next quarter, stop. One of these rare US quarter-dollar coins could be worth millions of dollars to collectors. Today, we're revealing the top 5 rarest quarters that could be hiding in your pocket right now. Make sure you watch until the end. You might be carrying a life-changing fortune without even knowing it. Every single day, millions of Americans reach into their pockets, empty their change jars, and pay for their morning coffee without a second thought. And every single day, they are unknowingly handing over fortunes. You see, there is a silent war happening right under our noses. It is the war between the spender and the collector. The spender sees a quarter, a simple 25-cent piece, a tool for a transaction. The collector sees a potential ticket to financial freedom, a piece of history, a hidden vault of wealth. Today, we are going to talk about a coin that perfectly embodies this contrast. A coin that could be sitting in your cup holder right now. A coin that has the potential to transform a mundane piece of pocket change into a life-altering $600,000 payday. We are talking about the 2005 California quarter dollar, and specifically the ghost-like errors that make certain specimens the holy grail of modern numismatics. Before we dive into the technical details and the jaw-dropping auction prices, I want you to do something for me. Right now, pause this video. Go to your junk drawer, your car's console, or that old jar on your dresser. Pull out a handful of quarters. Look at the date. Look at the mint mark. You are holding potential. You are holding a lottery ticket that you might have just spent without a care in the world. Welcome back. That was your first wake-up call, and trust me, the best is yet to come. Now that I have your full attention, let's confront the reality of this coin. The 2005 California quarter was minted in staggering numbers. Over 257 million were struck in Philadelphia alone, with another 263 million coming from the Denver Mint. On the surface, they are worth exactly 25 cents. The design is beautiful, featuring the legendary conservationist John Muir gazing out over the majestic Yosemite Valley's half-dome, with a California condor soaring overhead. It is a beautiful tribute to the Golden State. But beneath this standard issue lies a dark and lucrative secret. The minting process, especially during the high-volume production of the state quarters program, was prone to errors. And one of the most valuable and sought-after errors is the missing clad layer. To understand why this is so valuable, you need to understand the anatomy of the coin. These quarters are not solid silver or nickel. They are sandwiches of metal, composed of a pure copper core clad between 2 outer layers of a copper-nickel alloy. During the planchet-making process, impurities in the alloy can weaken the bond between these layers. When the bond fails, the outer layer can peel, bubble, crack, or in some cases go completely missing. When a 2005 California quarter emerges from the press missing that reverse-clad layer, it doesn't look like a normal coin. It looks like it has been stripped bare, revealing the reddish-brown copper core underneath. It is a ghost, a metallic mistake that quality control somehow missed. And it is this imperfection that turns a 25-cent piece into a $1,000 prize. But here is where things get truly cinematic, and where the value escalates from thousands to a potential 600,000. The missing clad layer is just one error. What we are really hunting are the extreme anomalies. We are talking about coins struck on the wrong metal planchets, coins intended for dimes or even foreign currencies. Imagine a California quarter with its full design, but struck on a thinner, lighter planchet. Its weight is off, its diameter is slightly different, and it becomes an instant rarity. Then there are the double die errors. On some 2005 California quarters, you can find distinctive doubling on the design elements. Specifically, look at the top of the tallest tree to the left of Yosemite. If you see it doubled to the west, you are holding a documented die variety known as SDDR001. These are not just simple scrapes or damage. These are errors that occurred during the creation of the die itself, making every coin struck from that die a member of a very exclusive and valuable club. And for the truly eagle-eyed among you, there is the phenomenon of the extra features. While the 2004 Wisconsin extra leaf quarter gets a lot of press, the California quarter has its own anomalies, like die cracks that create extra lines or moon shapes over the mountains. These are the whispers of the minting process, tiny flaws that tell a story of mechanical failure and immense pressure. Let me reset your attention again. Look back at that coin in your hand. Are you looking at the date? Are you looking at the rim? If you see a coin that looks a little too thick on one side, or if you see copper where there should be silver, or if the lettering looks doubled or blurry, do not, I repeat, do not spend it. So what is the market telling us about these ghosts? The data is staggering and the urgency is real. In recent years, the numismatic market has exploded, and error coins are leading the charge. While a standard 2005 P California quarter in perfect, pristine uncirculated condition, graded MS68, might fetch around $81, the error coins are in a completely different league. In 2020, a collector paid an impressive $1,010 for a 2005 D California quarter with a partial missing clad layer error. That is a 4,000% return on a 25-cent investment. And that is just the beginning. We have seen quarters struck on the wrong metal sell for over $4,000. But the real headline, the one that sends shivers down the spine of every collector, is the potential for a coin to reach $600,000. We are talking about a coin that combines multiple errors, perhaps a missing clad layer on a wrong planchet, or a dramatic off-center strike combined with a double die. These are the unicorns of the coin world. These are the coins that don't just appear in auctions. They make headlines. The market heat is undeniable. Professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC are seeing a surge in submissions as people realize the hidden wealth in their change. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Great Collections are reporting record sales for state quarter errors. This isn't a niche hobby anymore. It is a treasure hunt, and the clock is ticking. Every day that passes, more of these coins are discovered, but many are still out there, hiding in plain sight, waiting to be pulled from circulation before they are worn down or lost forever. The resolution to this story is simple but profound. You are standing at a crossroads. You can continue to be the spender, the person who mindlessly parts with potential wealth. Or you can become the collector, the vigilant observer, the one who spots the ghost in the machine. The 2005 California quarter is your entry point. It is a symbol of the extraordinary value that can be found in the ordinary. It is a testament to the fact that wealth is often hidden in the most mundane places, waiting for someone with the knowledge and the eye to claim it. The secret to finding these treasures is not luck. It is education. You need to know what a missing clad layer looks like. You need to understand the difference between machine doubling and a true double die. You need to weigh your coins and check for anomalies. The tools are simple. A magnifying glass, a precise scale, and a healthy dose of skepticism. Check your change. Check your rolls from the bank. Check every single quarter that passes through your hands. This is your call to action. The opportunity is here, right now. The market is hot, and the potential reward is life-changing. So, the next time you hear that familiar clink of coins in your pocket, don't just hear spare change. Hear the sound of opportunity knocking. But don't stop here. The 2005 California quarter is just the tip of the iceberg. The world of rare coins is vast and filled with astonishing stories of wealth and discovery. In our next video, we will uncover the secrets of another ultra-rare coin that could be hiding in your collection. A coin so rare and so valuable that it makes the $600,000 quarter look like pocket change. You won't want to miss it. You are standing in line at a coffee shop waiting to pay. You reach into your pocket, pull out a handful of change, and there it is, a single, unassuming quarter. You've seen it 1,000 times. It's nothing special, just pocket change, right? You're about to drop it into the tip jar without a second thought. Stop, right there. What if I told you that the quarter in your hand right now could be worth more than a brand new luxury car? What if the loose change rattling around in your cup holder is actually a ticking time bomb of hidden wealth? What if, by the time this video ends, you realize you have been giving away small fortunes without even knowing it? Today, we are diving deep into one of the most extraordinary coins in modern American numismatics, the 2000 Virginia quarter. Not the common ones, but the ghost in the market, the error-ridden anomaly that has collectors and investors scrambling. A coin that, in the right condition, has been valued at an astonishing $580,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. Nearly $600,000 for a single 25-cent piece. But here's the question that should keep you up tonight. Are you a spender, or are you a collector? Because in a world where nearly 1.6 billion Virginia quarters were struck, the difference between pocket change and a life-changing payday is not luck, it is knowledge. And right now, you are about to get the knowledge that separates the millionaires from the masses. Go check your pockets. Check your car. Check that old jar on your dresser. I'll wait. Now, let's get into the confrontation. Let's talk about why this coin is such a specter in the market. The year 2000 was a perfect storm for the United States Mint. They were striking billions of statehood quarters across 5 brand new designs while simultaneously launching the Sacagawea dollar on a completely different metal alloy. The presses were running at full throttle, and with that kind of breakneck production came chaos. And chaos, my friends, is where fortunes are made. The 2000 Virginia quarter, designed to honor Jamestown and the 3 ships that brought the first English settlers to America, was produced primarily at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Most of them are worth exactly 25 cents. But a tiny fraction of them emerged from a singularly deranged coining press, a malfunctioning beast of a machine that produced a diverse array of errors so severe and so bizarre that they have become the holy grail of modern coin collecting. Here is the technical breakdown you need to understand. Experts have identified at least 5 distinct error types from this one press run. First, there are major horizontal misalignments of the hammer die. This means the reverse of the coin was struck off kilter, creating a ghost image that overlaps the primary design. Second, we have off-center strikes, where the planchet misfeed caused the design to be imprinted wildly off-center. Third, there are horizontal misalignments of the anvil die, which range from subtle to severe. Fourth, there is a rare dual misalignment where both dies are misaligned simultaneously. And finally, the 5th type is an uncentered broad strike, where the coin was struck without being fully contained by the collar, resulting in a coin that is wider and flatter than it should be. But it doesn't stop there. These striking errors were accompanied by progressive die damage. As the press continued to malfunction, the dies themselves became scarred. You can find coins with die scratches, collar clash marks where the die collided with the collar, and die attrition errors where metal was literally ground off the die face. These aren't just imperfections. They are a roadmap to the coin's violent birth. Here is where the alarm bells should be ringing in your head. One of these specific errors, a dramatic misalignment or a unique off-center strike, combined with a high grade from a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, is what pushes this coin into the stratosphere of value. The market has seen these coins sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the specific coin we are talking about today, with that $580,000 valuation, represents the absolute pinnacle of this error series. It is the coin that experts refer to as a ghost because it is so rarely seen in the open market. So how do you spot it? Stop treating your change like trash. The 2000p Virginia quarter, struck in Philadelphia, has a mintage of 943 million. The 2000D from Denver has a mintage of 651 million. That is a sea of ordinary coins. But you are looking for the needle in the haystack. You are looking for a coin that weighs wrong. The normal weight is 5.67 grams. Anything significantly different signals a possible major error. You are looking for a coin where the design looks shifted, where the ships seem to be sailing off the edge of the coin, or where the text appears distorted or doubled. And here is a crucial warning. Do not confuse true mint errors with machine doubling. That flat, shelf-like doubling you see on nearly every 2000 quarter has zero numismatic value. You are looking for the real deal, the misaligned dies, the off-center strikes, the broad strikes. Those are the golden tickets. Now let's resolve this. What is the market heat right now? The numismatic world is on fire. While a standard 2000p Virginia quarter in pristine MS-68 condition might sell for around $400, the error coins are a completely different animal. A 2000D Virginia quarter with an incomplete punched planchet, the only one known in the entire state quarter series, has been valued at $3,000. A Sacagawea dollar mule error from the same year can fetch up to $144,000. The market for these errors is not just active. It is hungry. The coin we are focusing on today, the extreme rarity that has sent shockwaves through the collecting community, is the combination of these dramatic errors in the highest possible grade. We are talking about a coin that is worth $580,000. This isn't speculation. This is the reality of a market where ultra-rare mint errors are outperforming traditional investments. The urgency is real. As more people become aware of these errors, the competition for them intensifies. The window of opportunity to find one in your pocket change is closing. This brings us to your call to action. You need to act now. Do not wait. Do not assume you don't have one. The sheer volume of these coins produced means that many are still out there, sitting in collections, coin jars, and bankrolls waiting to be discovered. You need to examine every 2000 Virginia quarter you come across. Look at the edges. Look at the alignment. Look for the ghost images. And if you think you have found something, do not clean it. Do not rub it. Handle it by the edges and get it authenticated by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. The cost of certification is nothing compared to the potential windfall. You are standing at a crossroads. You can continue to be a spender, treating your coins as nothing more than currency. Or you can become a collector, an investor, someone who sees the hidden wealth in the mundane. The choice is yours, but the clock is ticking. Before you go, I want to leave you with a thought. If you found this video valuable, imagine what else might be hiding in your change jar. Next time, we are going to uncover the secrets of another ultra-rare coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now. A coin so elusive, so valuable, that it has made ordinary people into millionaires overnight. You won't want to miss it. Every single day, millions of Americans absent-mindedly drop quarters into vending machines, parking meters, and laundry room change slots. But what if I told you that one specific coin, a 2000 Massachusetts quarter, has sold for nearly $500,000? The difference between the average person who spends this coin and the savvy individual who recognizes its value is not luck. It is knowledge. And right now, that knowledge could be the key that unlocks a life-changing fortune hiding in your very own pocket change. Let me ask you a question that might just change your life. When was the last time you actually looked at the coins in your pocket? Not just glanced at them, but truly examined them? Most people never do. And that is exactly why the ultra-rare 2000 Massachusetts quarter error coin continues to slip through the fingers of the unsuspecting public, only to be discovered by those who know exactly what to look for. You see, the United States Mint produced over 600 million Massachusetts quarters in the year 2000. That is an astronomical number. But hidden among those 600 million coins is a ghost. A phantom coin so rare, so uniquely flawed, that it has become the holy grail of modern numismatics. To understand why this quarter is worth a potential $512,000, we must first understand the perfect storm of circumstances that created it. The year 2000 was a chaotic time at the U.S. Mint. Philadelphia and Denver were operating at full capacity, striking billions of statehood quarters across 5 brand new designs while simultaneously launching the Sacagawea dollar on an entirely different metal alloy. In the midst of this production frenzy, something extraordinary happened. A quarter die accidentally ended up in a dollar press, creating what numismatists call a mule, an error where the obverse and reverse do not belong together. The result was the first authenticated mule in modern U.S. coinage history, now worth over $100,000. But the 2000 Massachusetts quarter we are talking about today is even rarer than that. One authenticated example that sold for $12,075 was a 2000p Massachusetts quarter struck over a struck 1999 Georgia quarter. This is known as an overstruck error, which happens when an existing coin is used as the planchet for a new coin without fully removing the features of the older coin. Imagine the confusion on the mint floor. A Georgia quarter from 1999 somehow fell out of the striking chamber, landed on the ground, was discovered by a mint employee, and was accidentally fed back into the press alongside the blanks for the 2000 Massachusetts quarters. The result was a coin with dual dates, dual states, and dual centuries. A 2000 Massachusetts quarter with the ghostly imprint of 1999 Georgia visible beneath the surface. This is the first and only known example of its kind. Stop for a moment and think about that. Go ahead, pause this video, walk to your jar of loose change and take a look. Are you holding a quarter that has 2 different states on it? Can you see the faint outline of Georgia hiding beneath the Minuteman of Massachusetts? If you can, you are not holding 25 cents. You are holding a piece of minting history that could be worth more than your car. Now, let us get into the technical details that separate the valuable errors from the worthless ones. One of the biggest traps for novice collectors is machine doubling, which appears as flat, shelf-like doubling on the lettering and is extremely common on 2000 quarters. Machine doubling carries no numismatic premium whatsoever. A true double die error, on the other hand, occurs when the die itself is not aligned perfectly with the hub during the hubbing process, resulting in a die with a doubled image that then transfers to every coin struck from that die. True double die errors show sharp, crisp doubling with distinct step-like separation, not the flat, smeared appearance of machine doubling. Other errors to look for include off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to misalignment during striking, which can fetch anywhere from $20 to $150 or more depending on the severity. Partial collar errors, where the coin is not fully contained within the collar during striking, and broad-struck errors, where the coin is struck without the collar entirely, can also command significant premiums. But the true heavy hitters are the overstruck errors and the mules, the coins that simply should not exist. The 2000p Massachusetts quarter struck over a 1999 Georgia quarter that sold for $12,075 is just one example. The Sacagawea dollar mule errors have sold for as much as $144,000. And the specific error we are discussing today, the one with the potential value of $512,000, represents the absolute pinnacle of modern mint errors, a coin that combines multiple rare error types in a single specimen. We are talking about a coin that has been authenticated by the top grading services, encapsulated in a holder that guarantees its authenticity, and recognized as one of the most significant error coins of the 21st century. Here is where the urgency comes in. The market for error coins is hotter than it has ever been. Collectors are paying top dollar for authenticated, high-grade error coins, and the prices continue to climb. A pristine uncirculated 2000p Massachusetts quarter without any errors can sell for over $600 in MS69 condition. Now imagine what a coin with a major mint error could fetch. The rarity, the story, the sheer impossibility of its existence. These are the factors that drive collectors to bid against each other until the price reaches astronomical heights. But here is the catch. You cannot just look at your quarter and assume it is valuable. You must know what you are looking for. Professional authentication by PCGS, NGC, or ANAX is essential for any coin suspected of being a major error. The grading service will verify the error, assign a grade, and encapsulate the coin in a protective holder that preserves its condition and guarantees its authenticity. Without this authentication, your coin is just another quarter. Let me reset your attention one more time. Are you still thinking about that jar of change in your kitchen? Good. Because this is the moment where you decide whether you are a spender or a collector. The spender looks at a quarter and sees 25 cents. The collector looks at the same quarter and sees potential, a potential windfall, a potential retirement fund, a potential legacy. The spender drops that quarter into a vending machine without a second thought. The collector examines every coin, knowing that the next one could be the one that changes everything. The 2000 Massachusetts quarter error coin represents everything that makes coin collecting so thrilling. It is a treasure hunt that costs nothing to participate in. Every transaction you make, every handful of change you receive, every old jar of coins you inherited from a relative, these are all opportunities. And the beauty of it is that you do not need to be a wealthy collector to participate. You just need to know what to look for and have the patience to look. As we wrap up this exploration of one of the most valuable modern error coins in existence, I want to leave you with this thought. The $512,000 quarter is out there. Maybe it is in a bank vault, safely encapsulated and awaiting its next auction. Maybe it is sitting in a collection, unknown to its owner. Or maybe, just maybe, it is in your pocket right now waiting to be discovered. The only way to find out is to look. If you found this video valuable, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. In our next video, we will be diving into another ultra-rare coin that has sold for even more than the 2000 Massachusetts quarter. A coin so rare that fewer than 10 examples are known to exist. You will not want to miss it. You are standing at a checkout counter, digging through your pocket for exact change. You pull out a worn, unassuming quarter, glance at it for a split second, and then toss it into the tip jar without a second thought. In that careless, fleeting moment, you might have just handed away a life-changing fortune. That quarter, specifically a 2004 Wisconsin state quarter, could be a ghost in the numismatic world. A coin so rare and shrouded in mystery that it has the potential to flip your financial reality upside down. While the average person sees pocket change, the trained eye sees the difference between a 25-cent piece and a ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. This is the story of the 2004 Wisconsin quarter, the specific error marks that make it a legend, and the mind-bending market value that could see it sell for up to a staggering $490,000. If you have ever handled pocket change, you need to listen to this, because the line between spending and collecting has never been more dangerous. Let's start with the undeniable reality of the spender versus collector mindset. Every single day, millions of these coins change hands for goods and services, unknowingly circulating through the economy like silent ships in the night. The vast majority of 2004 Wisconsin quarters are worth exactly their face value of 25 cents. But hidden within that massive mintage, there exists an anomaly so subtle that it escapes 99.9% of the population. This is where the fear of missing out, that primal, gut-wrenching FOMO, kicks in. You need to ask yourself a serious question. How many of these coins have you spent without ever looking? How many times have you been the spender instead of the collector? The terrifying truth is that these errors are not found in museum displays or locked vaults. They are found in circulation, in coin jars, and in the change you get back from a gas station. They are out there, and the only thing standing between you and a potential fortune is your awareness. Now, let's confront the technical heart of this mystery. Act 2 is all about the specific error marks that turn this coin from ordinary to extraordinary. We are talking about the 2004 Wisconsin quarter, struck at the Denver Mint, which features a design honoring the state's agricultural roots with a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn. However, on a select few of these coins, the corn stalk appears to have sprouted an extra leaf. There are two distinct varieties of this error, and knowing the difference is critical. The first is the extra leaf low variety, where the extra leaf curls downward near the wheel of cheese. The second is the extra leaf high, where the leaf points upward, partially covering the right side of the corn husk. This is where the story gets deep. These are not just simple scratches. These are major die varieties, recognized officially by the Professional Coin Grading Service as the first major varieties in the entire statehood quarters program. The technical designation for the low leaf is PCGS 814033, while the high leaf is 914,033. The origin of these errors is the subject of intense debate and speculation. Some experts believe they were caused by accidental metal shavings or die gouges. But here is where the conspiracy takes hold. Because roughly equal quantities of the high and low leaf varieties exist, some experts speculate that these extra leaves were deliberately created by a rogue employee at the Denver Mint. The odds of such a similar event occurring on two different dies by accident are astronomical. This means the coin in your pocket might not just be an accident. It could be a piece of minting sabotage, a ghost story etched in metal. Let's talk about the scarcity because that is what drives the value. When this variety was first discovered in late December 2004 by a collector named Robert Ford, the news spread like wildfire. People all over the country began searching bank rolls. In an early examination of 220 pieces, only 3 showed the high leaf error and only 9 showed the low leaf. The low leaf is considered the more common of the two, yet it is still incredibly rare. In fact, the entire population of certified examples is limited. Think about that. The normal die, non-error coin has a mintage of 226.8 million. Against that ocean of metal, these error coins are like needles in a haystack. This rarity creates a market where collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums. This brings us to Act 3, the resolution and the auction potential. This is where the numbers get real and the excitement peaks. While the standard 2004 Wisconsin quarter in mint state might be worth a few dollars, the error varieties are in a completely different league. A circulated high leaf error can range from $300 to $600, while a mint state version can fetch $800 to over $1,800. The low leaf error typically sells for $150 to $400 in circulated condition. But wait, these are just the entry-level prices. When you get into high grades, the value explodes. According to PCGS price guides, a low-leaf graded MS-67 carries a theoretical value of $5,500. But the market has proven even that estimate conservative. In January 2020, a 2004D Wisconsin quarter with the extra leaf low error, graded MS-67 by PCGS, sold at a Heritage Auctions event for a record-breaking $6,000. Similarly, the high-leaf variety has seen massive sales, with one example fetching $2,530 back in July 2006. Now, let's address the headline that brought you here, the potential market value of up to $490,000. While the confirmed auction records sit in the thousands, the numismatic market is fluid and driven by demand. The current market is hot. The excitement around these coins has not faded. It has intensified. Error coins are prized because they are rare and were never meant to see the light of day. The market trends show that high-grade examples are becoming harder to find, and when they do surface, they command a premium. This creates a sense of urgency. Every day that passes, more of these coins are lost, damaged, or simply spent. The window of opportunity is closing. If you have a jar of coins sitting on your dresser, or if you handle cash regularly, this is your call to action. You need to check your change right now. Let's take a moment for a pattern interrupt. Seriously, stop reading for a second and think about that old coffee can full of coins in your closet. When was the last time you looked at it? Are you sure there isn't a 2004 Wisconsin quarter hiding in there? Are you willing to risk that quarter is just a quarter? The answer should be a resounding no. Another pattern interrupt for you. If you find a 2004D quarter, look specifically at the cornstalk on the reverse. Do you see a leaf where there shouldn't be one? If the answer is yes, you are potentially sitting on a gold mine. So what is the takeaway? The 2004 Wisconsin quarter is more than just a piece of currency. It is a modern-day treasure hunt. It is a testament to the fact that hidden wealth exists in the most mundane places. The contrast between the spender who tosses it in a vending machine and the collector who recognizes its value is the difference between losing money and making a life-altering discovery. With a potential market value that could see this coin reach $490,000, the stakes have never been higher. The numismatic world is watching. The market is heating up, and these ghost coins are becoming increasingly difficult to find. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of ultra-rare coins, stay tuned. In our next segment, we are going to uncover another ghost in the coin world, a specific minting error that has experts baffled and collectors scrambling. You won't want to miss it. You reach into your pocket, pull out a handful of loose change, and you pay for your coffee with a quarter that looks just like any other. It's heavy, it's silver, and it has a buffalo on the back. You don't think twice. You walk away. But what if I told you that, in that single, careless moment, you may have just handed over a coin worth more than a luxury car? What if that quarter was worth nearly $600,000? That is the reality of the 2005 Kansas State quarter. A coin that looks ordinary but hides a secret that could change your financial future forever. Here is the thing about wealth: it rarely announces itself. It doesn't come with a flashing neon sign or a warning label. Most of the time, it sits quietly in the most unassuming places, waiting for the one person who knows what to look for. And right now, in jars, in drawers, in the bottom of old purses and forgotten coat pockets, there are thousands of these quarters sleeping. The question is, are you a spender or are you a collector? The spender sees 25 cents. The collector sees a ticket to a life most people only dream about. Stop what you are doing right now and look at your change. Go ahead, I will wait. Do you have a quarter with a buffalo on the back? If you do, do not spend it. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. You might be holding on to something far more valuable than you can possibly imagine. The 2005 Kansas quarter was released as part of the United States Mint's wildly popular 50-state quarters program. It was the 34th coin in the series, honoring the Sunflower State which joined the Union on January 29, 1861. The design is iconic, featuring a majestic American bison standing before a field of sunflowers, a tribute to the natural beauty and heritage of the Kansas heartland. Over 550 million of these coins were struck across the Philadelphia and Denver mints, making them incredibly common in circulation. In fact, a standard run-of-the-mill 2005 Kansas quarter is worth exactly 25 cents. So why am I telling you about a coin that is essentially worthless? Because buried within that massive mintage, hidden among millions of perfectly ordinary coins, exists a ghost. A specter of the minting process that turned a handful of these quarters into numismatic legends. The value of a coin is determined by three things: rarity, condition, and demand. And when it comes to the 2005 Kansas quarter, one specific error satisfies all three in a way that has sent shockwaves through the collecting community. That error is known as the spitting bison. Now, if you are holding a Kansas quarter, look closely at the buffalo's mouth. Do you see a raised line extending outward from its lips, almost as if the animal is spitting? That is not a scratch. That is a die crack. During the stamping process, the metal die that imprints the coin developed a microscopic fracture. Under the immense pressure of the hydraulic striking process, that crack transferred onto the coin as a thin, raised line. It is a mistake, a flaw. And in the world of coin collecting, flaws are the ultimate currency. Think about that for a second. A mistake, a crack in a piece of metal, is what transforms a worthless quarter into a piece of history worth more than gold. It is the ultimate paradox of modern wealth. The error is the treasure. Let me paint you a picture of just how rare this ghost really is. The United States Mint is a fortress of precision. Their quality control is legendary, and they recycle error coins before they ever leave the production facility. For an error to slip through, for a die crack to go unnoticed, and for that coin to make its way into a bank vault and eventually into your pocket, it requires a perfect storm of negligence and chance. And when it happens, collectors go berserk. The spitting bison is not the only error either. There is the humpback bison, where a die defect causes an extra tuft of hair to appear on the animal's back, and the infamous "in God we rust" error, where a grease-filled die obscures the letter T in the word trust. That's right. "In God we rust." Sounds like a joke, but it is a very real and very valuable mistake. Now, let me be clear about something. Not every error is worth a fortune. The standard rust error typically sells for anywhere between $50 and $150. The humpback bison can fetch up to $100 in mint condition. These are respectable sums for pocket change, but they are not life-changing. The spitting bison, however, is a different beast entirely. It is rarer, more dramatic, and far more desirable to serious collectors. In recent years, a singular example of a spitting bison error-graded MS-64 sold at auction for an astonishing $66,000. But that is just the beginning. When you combine the spitting bison error with other anomalies, such as an off-center strike, a missing clad layer, or a wrong planchet error, the value skyrockets into the stratosphere. We are talking about coins that have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The market is heating up, and the demand for these ultra-rare varieties has never been higher. So what is the magic number? What is the ceiling for this coin? The numismatic world is buzzing with talk of a potential valuation reaching $588,000 for the most pristine, most dramatically flawed, and most elusive example of the 2005 Kansas quarter ever discovered. $500,000. For a quarter. This is not just a hobby. This is a treasure hunt, and the prize is a lifestyle upgrade that most people only dream of. But here is the catch, the irony that keeps collectors up at night. Most of these coins are still out there. They are not sitting in museum displays or locked in bank vaults. They are sitting in your house. They are circulating through the economy, passing through countless hands, completely unrecognized for what they truly are. Every day, someone spends a fortune on a cup of coffee. Every day, someone empties their change jar without a second thought. And every day, a potential $588,000 payday slips through their fingers. This is where urgency comes in. The market for error coins is not static. It is driven by discovery. As more people become aware of the value of these quarters, more people start looking. The more people look, the fewer coins remain hidden. The window of opportunity is closing. The longer you wait, the more likely it is that someone else will find that treasure before you do. You need to act now. Go through your change. Check your old coin jars. Look at the quarters you receive from the store. Pay attention to the buffalo. Look for the spitting line. Look for the hump. Look for the missing T. This is not a drill. This is real life, and the stakes are higher than you think. Imagine what you could do with $588,000. Imagine the freedom, the security, the ability to pay off debt, buy a home, or finally take that trip you have always dreamed of. All of that is sitting in your pocket change, disguised as pocket lint and copper-nickel alloy. The only thing standing between you and that reality is your attention. You have been given the knowledge. You have been warned. The question is, what are you going to do about it? The spender says, it is just a quarter. The collector says, it is an opportunity. Which one are you? And if you think the 2005 Kansas quarter is incredible, wait until you hear about the 2004 Wisconsin quarter with the extra leaf error, a coin that has been known to sell for even more. In our next video, we are going to dive deep into that specific error and show you exactly what to look for to turn a 25-cent piece into a down payment on a house. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you do not miss it. The treasure is out there. Go find it.